Hi, welcome to Astrology Numerology now after the live show. This is a part of the show where we get to talk about things that we didn't have a chance to talk about during the live show. Now, one of the things that I want to be clear about is the upcoming Venus retrograde that's going to happen beginning May the 15th, lasting until June 22nd. Again, if you're a Taurus, if you're a Libra, if you have Taurus or Libra rising in your astrology chart, you should be aware of Venus retrograde, because Venus rules the sign of Taurus and it rules the sign of Libra. Venus is the planet of money and love and affection. So a lot of Taurus and Libra people will be going through a lot of changes when it relates to their love life and their romantic life. One of the do's and don'ts, well, before we do that, I just want to show you sort of kind of what a Venus retrograde looks like. So we're going to cut to the computer screen for a second. Control room, we're going to show everybody what a Venus retrograde looks like. Okay, now this is May 15th, 2012 at 7 p.m. Now right here where my cursor is, where the cursor is, that's the planet Venus. And this graph is brought to you courtesy of planetwatcher.com. So you can go to planetwatcher.com. Now a retrograde is about planets that move backwards. Now I'm going to show you how planets move backwards during a retrograde. So let's go back to the chart, please. Okay, again, this is Venus, this is Mars, this is the Sun in Taurus, Jupiter in Taurus, Mercury in Taurus, Uranus and the Moon in the sign of Aries. But again, we're concentrating on the planet Venus. Now, on May 15th, Venus is at 23 degrees of Gemini in 59 minutes. So what we're going to do is I want everybody to pay attention to Venus and watch the numbers change. So at 7 o'clock, Venus is not retrograde, but we're gonna jump an hour to 8 o'clock. So let's watch the date and let's watch Venus. So let's jump an hour to 8 o'clock. When we change to red, that means Venus is retrograde. So I'm gonna do that one more time. Just watch Venus right here. And we're going to change the hour. We're going to go back an hour. At 8 o'clock is retrograde. And at 7 o'clock so 6 o'clock, Venus is still not retrograde. It has slowed down over the couple of weeks, but it's not retrograde. But this is what I want you to watch. Watch how the planets move, spin, and turn, all right? So watch Venus one more time. Venus is here. Now, retrograde, Venus is at 23 degrees and 59 minutes for you seasoned astrologers who are watching the show right now. But watch what Venus does. Watch how the numbers, everything else moves forward while Venus goes backwards. So we're going to go a day to May 17th. Venus is still at 23 degrees of Gemini. So we're going to advance it one more day. Still at 23 degrees Gemini because it's slowing down. The planet is slowing down right now. So I want you to pay careful attention to Venus and the numbers change. Okay, so on the 19th, see the moon and all the planets are grouped up. They're bunched up. They're moving together now. But we're watching Venus. Venus has been stuck on 23 degrees for the last 4 days after May 15th. So we're going to go up another day. It's still on 23 degrees. That means it's slowing down in its track. So we're going to advance it another day. Another day still on the 21st. On the 22nd, that's when Venus starts to really go backwards. So watch as I advance. Here's Venus. Watch the numbers go backwards. It's going down slowly but surely. On May 25th is at 21 degrees of Gemini. So we're going to keep going backwards. It's on May 28th, it's at 20 degrees of Gemini. See, it's going backwards while all the other planets are moving forward. So we're going to keep going backwards. We're going to advance today. Now watch Venus, the number's going to change. It's going to jump back to 19. Every 2 days it moves a degree. So 19, that's Venus moving backwards. Now the Sun and Mercury in Gemini is starting to catch up to it. Look at Venus right here. So we're going to go backwards again. Let's go to May 31st. It's at 18 degrees of Gemini. But the Sun and Mercury, they're moving closer to it. So this is a very important day, May 31st, because that's when the Sun, Mercury, and Venus, they all start to bunch up and come together at one time. So we're going to go back to June 1st. And at June 1st, let's go back to the chart. And on June 1st, Venus is at 18 degrees of Gemini. I'm looking for June 1st because that's a very important day for me. So we're just going to keep going backwards real quickly. 18, 17, 16, 15. We see the dates move, but this is the orbit of Venus. It keeps moving backwards. 13, and it goes to 12, and it keeps moving backwards and backwards and backwards. You see the numbers changing. That tells me that Venus is retrograde. We're going to go all the way back. On June 17th is at 9 degrees. So let's advance it a little bit more. And on June 24th, we're at 7 degrees. So we say Venus goes direct on the 27th. So on the 27th, we're here. Venus is still red. Now watch. Watch it start to go in the other direction. Here's Venus. Watch it go in the other direction on June 29th. See, it came out of red, the numbers changed. That means it's no longer retrograde. So we're going to move forward. The 30th. Watch Venus right here, the 30th. On July 1st. July 2nd is on the 8th. You see that? It changed. Now it's moving forward. So it's starting to pick up speed. On July 4th, it's still at 8. It's been at 8 degrees for the last 3 days. Now on July 6th is 9. Moves about every 3 days, a degree or so. So on July 10th, it's at 10 degrees of Gemini, and so on. And we're going to go all the way back, and I'm going to advance it until 30th, because July 30th to the place that the retrograde began, on July 30th. It started at 23 degrees of Gemini on May 2nd or May 15th, and it's back to 23 degrees or out of the shadow of its retrograde on July 30th. Again, some of the do's and don'ts of a Mercury or Venus retrograde is you don't start anything new with a new lover or a new boyfriend. Let's go over here, cameras. Let's go right there. You don't start anything new or a new relationship. It's bad to make love to somebody for the first time during a Venus retrograde. Also, get your finances in order during a Venus retrograde. Love and relationships, love and money are on hold for a lot of people, especially if you're a Gemini, because the retrograde is happening in Gemini. But it's time to go back and get old money and old business and old things relating to money and love during a Venus retrograde. This has been Astrology Numerology Now after the live show. I hope this has been helpful for you. Again, Venus retrograde will be lasting from May 15th until July or till June 27th. Thank you for watching. I am Z Starman. Peace and love.